We are live. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's the Lit Stream. I'm Crunk Chocolate. I'm here with my show, bros. I froze. Time Bomb. Okay, I didn't. Okay, cool. Sharpie Charlie. Hi. I will be freezing intermittently, randomly. Yeah. Just warning everybody. I apologize. Show bros, how's it going?
Man, listen, got off work early, had to hit up the happy hour, so we already lit.
In a happy hour. Let's go.
And let's really.
Hey, let's really get lit. Let's really spark it up. Let's ignite the flame, as they say.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. I'm okay, man. I had a cold. Like that feeling where you could go into work and you could work through it, or let me just take care of myself and not be, stress my body. I said, let me just call out this morning. It's okay. So it's been nice to be off for a day. Yeah, they're there for a reason. Those 8 hours are necessary. So I'm better now. Looking forward to hanging out with y'all, talking to our wonderful guests, and getting ready for a weekend of PL footy.
Hey, we got Saul. He's here for his monthly visit. We've already started. And honestly, as like from a BTS production standpoint, it's always good to just know where it's like, hey, so that's one less thing I got to think about. It's like that's at least one guest a month that I can consistently lean on, and the fact that he comes on and we just get to talk city with him.
What up, Neo?
What's up, Neo? Appreciate you,
Neo. We have Alex Campbell joining us, I believe for the first time, so that'll be nice. And then bringing back those Florida vibes, Alex Windley, come and hang out with us.
So that's like 2 out of 3 from Florida, right?
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah. Florida represents today.
Yeah, hope they vaccinated. I'm just playing. Take it.
Oh, okay. Speaking of city, naturally, I have these. I have a video that I'm just gonna play with no context, and then I will give it after.
Vivi's faster than Jalen. No, I really want to know who decided this. No. Layla ain't faster than me.
Layla's not faster than me. But this is not okay.
I watched this. Yes, this is such bullshit. Like EA was wilding.
And honestly, respect. If Coombs is faster than Wahhabi, I understand why Greenwood played left back against Chelsea. Like I'm just saying. I
mean, it doesn't excuse Pryor over Lazelle, but yes, that makes sense.
Yes.
Yes. But no, like Bunny, like Caroline not being the fastest player on that team with like a 90 pace is crazy because we've seen her do it. Bunny being slower than other people is dumb. Like she should be second
71.
fastest.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like what? Like she should be like an 80. Viv is not fast. What are we doing? That's racism. I'm tired of racism just coming in every shade.
Just because you have like we see every Olympics every 4 years there's a white Dutch sprinter in the final for the 100. Just because Femke is in the finals doesn't mean that we just got to put another Dutch white woman and call her fast. Like, stop lying.
The Brazilian and the Jamaican. The Brazilian and the Jamaican are not as fast as the tall, gangly Dutch woman.
In her game, it's more like it's like a Dirk Nowitzki. It's more like get your spot and make a shot. Mm-hmm. Like it's never really off of speed. She's technique.
She's not running through the channels. Everybody's like, "Oh, play Viv in." Like, no.
Yeah, that's some shit that you did 7 years ago. You don't do that. Mm-hmm. You did that pre-COVID. You don't do that post-COVID.
That's the
update. Just update it.
What's up, Tarek?
What's up, fellas?
YouTube's famous.
I take it you're talking EAFC.
Yes, hold on. I'll play it again. I'll gladly play it.
No, you don't have to play it again.
No, go ahead and play it.
No, it's very funny.
It's very funny. It's worth it.
Vivi's faster than Jalen. No, I really want to know who decided this. No. Layla ain't faster than me.
No, and Layla's not faster than me. But this is not okay.
So Combs is an ally because she said right away, "You're not faster than me either," and I know you faster than me, Bunny.
Right.
So
She's like, she
wrong.
can't beat me, so I know she can't beat you.
You right?
Look, man, we all need a white ally.
Yeah, but like,
That's you.
if Carolyn ain't the fastest one on the squad, I don't know who is.
What are we doing, bro? Like Lauren Hemp is faster than
Look,
Carolyn? No.
Yeah,
No.
I done seen. I mean, look, I don't watch all the games like I used to, but I done seen enough to know she running past everybody out there.
Easily. So yeah, it's I hope an update comes. Yes,
You are absolutely correct, Neo.
When does
You
the
are
game even
absolutely
drop?
Correct.
It drops on the 26th, next Friday. Or 2 weeks. But also you have the part like with Iman Bainey. Is it Beanie or Bainey? Bainey. Iman. Her bronze card, first card ever in the game. She's like a 69 paces. That woman is very fast. So
They just don't know her, so
they don't do the work. Like
No, they really don't.
This is
They're
what
not
we
scouting.
want. We want representation on the group that's setting the statistics and setting the ratings. We need to get somebody on there that knows the game a little bit better than just the people that's working there. I just saying.
Yeah, so that it's funny, it's hilarious, always a fun conversation. Let's bring our first guest on, but first I want to show this. The much maligned third kit for Man City. Dortmund just came out with their own like fourth shirt, and I think this will make everybody feel much better.
No, it won't.
Rank it.
No, it won't. This is better than ours. Don't even go there. It's not necessarily great, but it is better than ours by far.
It's fun. I like it. I like the it gives me 90s vibes, like mid 90s. I feel like this should be on like a tracksuit. Like,
so what I will tell you, bring it back up.
Yeah.
So that Volt yellow highlighter color, when Reagan got into travel soccer, that is the color that we wore. It was that was like that in black. So
it's familiar.
We had the Dortmund look. We had Puma everything, so it was kind of like we were like Dortmund. But this would be one of their uniforms. They could absolutely be wearing this. The rain inspired kit is not this. Like if this was, let's say we rated this and we gave this a 50 out of 100, that rain kit is probably getting 25, 30.
Oh, really?
First of all,
I like the rain kit.
I can't wait until Carolyn puts on that rain kit.
That's the one I want.
Yes, that is that.
That Joker is trash.
It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. I promise you, it is gonna.
They're gonna wear this in Champions League and go crazy in it. I can't wait.
Man.
I cannot wait.
As much hate as that blue kit with said Man City across the front of it.
Yeah,
that kit got a ton of hate. I would take that 1.5 million times before I took that rain kit.
Oh, so you take Boeing over some type of energy? What?
I think both. See,
energy.
Maybe.
It's like you're going that energy.
Okay,
that's not
so
energy.
When Man City had that third kit that said Man City across it, that was the first time. That was the one season that my dad followed Man City because he was like, "Why do soccer teams just have sponsors across their chest? They should have the name of their club and sponsors on the sleeve." So them doing that,
he was
actually,
like, "I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Like I know who I'm watching. I'm not watching Yokohama Tires versus 888 Bet or some shit."
I ain't mad at it.
That's hilarious. Okay. I love this. Saul, bitter and blue, stand up. Most dope individual. Also goalkeeper. Hey.
Yes. Well, guys, thank you for having me on. Great banter. Love to see you guys.
Of course.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
Oh, we got a little beef right away. Is that a Florida State cap?
It is. Sorry, Tarek.
Oh,
hold on.
Let's go.
I beat game. I was like, I think that says FSU. I think so.
He's coming in
Got
here
the
to
He
chain.
got the turnover chain. Oh my God. He coming with the turnover chain.
Hey, throw it up.
Oh my
Gotta rock the turnover chain.
Yeah.
Hey, I respect it, man. We're flying high over here, so we'll see
Hey,
in a couple
Saul, on a
weeks.
scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love Tommy Castellanos?
Oof, a 10. My
Yeah.
brother's actually there now. He's a freshman, so he's seen him
Oh, that's
around
love.
campus. Guy's hilarious, man. He's having a lot of fun over there.
I'll excuse that because you got a familial connection. He's on campus right now. Gotta rock. Gotta do it. I have no issue with that. Gotta respect.
He's living
the
the
sport.
American dream. He went from the Northeast in Boston College, and now he
Mhm.
gets to go live in Florida. Like, he won.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that's love.
What's
Yeah,
up,
man.
Trev? Oh, sorry. Yep, I was pulling that up too. You
this
know,
big ass flag is annoying me.
I'm focused on this. And the perfect thing about football is there's so much time. I have plenty of
Is
time.
it
Mhm.
perfect
to win.
though? Is it perfect?
I'm trying to stay positive. You know.
Okay.
I
I'm just saying, like, I know 2 hours, boom, in out.
You know,
like I watched
you
the
can-
whole
you can-
90-minute match. Like,
you can nap real quick, wake up, and you're just like, what did I miss? And
oh,
then
you're a
get caught
third
up a little
quarter
bit.
you're a third quarter napper.
I'm not saying that's what I do, but if it happens, I'm here for it. Especially if I'm home alone, you know.
Ladies,
that's what I'm
gentlemen,
gonna
and
do.
distinguished non-binary individuals watching the stream, Kruk just called himself a third quarter napper. Just so you know.
You called me a third quarter napper. I just said I fall asleep sometimes. Anyway, let's move on to Manchester City. The derby match this weekend. This is recent history. City have won more of the games until Amarim got here, despite United in a very dark place overall. City, oddly enough, are in their own dark place. We'll start with, how are you feeling just leading up to the match?
This might be the first derby in a while where both teams are down, right? It's usually just United, but now it's both of them, which does not bode well. I do think the international break was good. Having everyone go to their countries, you know, get used to with their teammates, having some fun. Haaland especially a couple of days ago. I think that did wonders. Pep over here at the U.S. Open. So I think that'll help. I do think a little bit of distraction might have helped. I hope Sunday they actually show up this time. Not what happened against Spurs, but I do have good expectations for this one. So
where do you fall on Amarim as a manager? Like, because like he doesn't want to be there. The folks don't want him there. Like, what?
Yeah, that's a tricky one. I know we all know Guardiola. What he loves to do is hype up people when he doesn't really think they're great, and he did that a lot when Amarim beat us. I think it was last year, a couple years ago. So I don't know. It doesn't bode well. Amarim's not exactly done great over there, but I do think on Sunday they're gonna go really defensive, so that'll be interesting. But I do think City's gonna win. So
yeah.
Saul, do you think? I asked you this question open ended. Who do you think is City's best center back pairing?
I do think it's gonna be Diaz and Stones. I probably would want Akanji. Obviously, he's gone. Ake is never healthy. Neither is Stones, but Stones on the contract year or World Cup year seems to always show up. So I think him and Diaz are going to be the pair for going forward. I am curious to see who starts in midfield if Rodri and Foden aren't 100%. I do want to see Cherky, who's also not 100%. So we'll see what pairing he puts out there, but I think the midfield will be the more interesting tale of what he's expecting for this match.
Sharpie, can I ask your follow-up question? Because I think I know what it is. So are you not concerned with the complete lack of pace in the back line?
In either, yeah.
Vardy's healthy, no? He's training again.
Yeah, see, that's another injury. Is he healthy? I don't know. Because he's been playing, or he hasn't played in a little bit, so I don't know if they can start both of them. Yeah, exactly. What Trev said, we cannot lose to United. That's, I think, of the utmost importance. If we lose to United, after what we saw against Spurs on social media, it can get bad. So I hope that doesn't happen.
Hey, I love it. Oh my gosh. Yes, the game is home. That's a good sign. But let's keep it moving to those dirty, stinking, cheating. No, Chelsea. Wow. What can you believe they're not even having enough guile to at least hit triple digits in their charges? Like,
what was it,
shameful.
75, 74?
Like if you're gonna cheat, at least like go for it or something, you know?
Yeah. I think that actually bodes well for City. So, funny enough, I do think the charges against them were maybe a little more serious than City's.
Yeah.
I know one of City's is about grass size, so not exactly the most serious stuff. I do think it'll help. So we'll see what happens. It's also been going on for like 3 years. It feels like so. As quicker we get a resolution, I think the quicker we can all move on. Well, I say that, but then
again, theirs will be different because they admitted their stuff. They came out and said, "Look, we know we did this. We gonna cooperate. We gonna do everything." Now they just gotta wait to get punished. You can't come back after the fact and say, "Wait, no, we didn't do it." When you agreed up front that you did, you can't. There's no take backs. You can't take that back. So they shouldn't have put it out there.
It just took a while. They said that that was like one of the ways that they kind of moved along the process to get the team. Was they were like, we'll take it. Whatever he did wrong, we'll take the blame. Whatever.
What I heard was they paid whatever it was. I don't know, 3-4 billion, whatever it was for the club. But some of that money. Well, first of all that money is held up at the moment. But some of it is held up for things like this. Whatever the penalty is going to be, it's going to come out of that money that Abramovich was supposed to get, but probably will never see. So, it affects the club if it's more than just financial, then they get an impact. If it's just financial, then it's kind of like whatever.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. The league is ridiculous. Go ahead, we'll sell you Chelsea for this crazy amount, but we're just gonna hold this until we figure out how much of that is ours for letting you in.
Right.
Kind of like MLS in that way.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I'm not supposed to say that, am I? As an American.
The Prem. I don't know. They've gone after City a bit. They went after Everton last year with the point deduction. So at least Chelsea admitting what they did, they kind of trying to set a ground table for what City's going to face. Even though City have denied everything up to this point, which is probably why it's taken so long.
Is the league Crips or Bloods? Because like all the blue teams, like just.
Hey, that's what it is.
The
red
Army,
Cartel, man. Red Mafia,
Red
Cartel.
Yeah, that's what they say on Twitter. Red Cartel.
This sounds like when I first saw the news and saw that Chelsea self-reported because we were talking about FSU Miami. It makes me think of NCAA, where like when you self-report the allegations, it normally makes the punishment lesser.
What? Wait, pause. Why Florida State Miami make you think about self-reporting? I just want to know. What was you trying to say, Charlie? What was you trying to say?
Never that. I was just saying we talked about college football earlier, so therefore it clicked. Like that's the connection to my thought. That's all I know. No shade to y'all schools at all. We all got skeletons in our closet.
Hey man, Free Shoes University was a thing. I ain't gonna deny it. So
hey, Nick Saban paid off so many people at Alabama we'll never know about.
People getting paid with oil rigs in the 80s. I don't want to
exactly.
Give me a couple bucks.
SMU it happened. Money's a part of it.
They bought that man a gold Trans Am. Like, what are you talking about?
That actually brings up a good point. You think anything would ever generate like a death penalty type sentence for a football club? I don't think that's even a possibility.
What happened to Juventus in the Calcio thing? They went down like 4 leagues or something like that, didn't they?
I think they only went down 1, but they were allowed to keep most of their players. They kept paying them the same wages, which is why. Coming up with something like that would be really difficult. Short of an actual war or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, even with City and their 115 charges, I think what's taking so long is they're trying to get to a place where some side they finally agree to whatever it is, and they're just arguing every word. Because I feel like one of them can still appeal the decision on whatever this is. It's been such a long it really is who has the most lawyers, who has the best lawyers. We know how this is going to go, but also, Man City, they have the team that they have. You know that I'm excited. They just need to get this done and over with, so we can focus on Chelsea.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Pep Guardiola. What do you think he's leaving?
No, I wanted to bring this to the table. Do you think Pep Guardiola regrets taking this deal that he took this time? Because he didn't look exactly happy with some of the signings, some of the departures. So I don't know if he might be. I wouldn't call it a coaching midlife crisis, but it might be akin to something similar. So I don't know what you guys think.
I think he's in his last. Like you had to have this. It's almost like the third iteration of Pep City, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had the beginning part. You had that trouble era. I'll say like from the Jack signing on, and now you're at the part where like, okay, let's set it up to leave it for someone else. So I feel like the work was going to come. The injuries are what pisses him off, right? The injuries have been terrible for the last year, and you can't control that. But I think we have talent. It's not like we like are bereft of skill. It's just we need everybody on the pitch.
I don't think he regrets it. I think that like to Charlie's point, he sees this as like a chance to challenge himself to like, okay, I'm going to think outside of like what I am comfortable with, but I see like the trends in world football. So I see what's happening and I'm going to try to be ahead of that so that the next manager comes in behind. Like maybe we might not have the results, but the infrastructure will be there in place with the players that exist.
So I think this to me says and demonstrates how much Pep loves Manchester City. No knock to Barcelona and what, because I know he has love for them, no doubt. But this says to me, I've seen what happened to United when Sir Alex Ferguson left. And how the team was criticized for he didn't leave them, he left them bereft of talent. They've been down ever since. It's just been horrible, right? I watched when Arsene Wenger walked away got pushed out of Arsenal and all of the years that they had to suffer. I think this is Pep saying, I refuse to this is my club now.
You said,
refuse.
You said had to suffer. They are currently still suffering.
Sure.
Just want to make sure that
yes. Absolutely. And this is Pep saying, I refuse to leave my club in that state. And so to me, it's just it's a symbol or a sign of his appreciation for the club, his love for the club, and his desire to leave it at least, if not on top, but at least on its way back. So we don't have that large drop off. Now, again, he can only do what he can do with the players that he has. So again, a lot of that's going to be on Hugo Viana and others to make sure that they bring in the right players and that we can continue to go from strength to strength. But I think that's what it says to me. Now, I'm sure, to Charlie's point, you're looking around and like, I'm the one that's 50 years old. I'm the one that's supposed to be breaking down, not y'all. What's going on?
Right.
So I'm sure there's some concern there, but other than that, I don't think he's going anywhere.
Crunk, you're on mute. Oh no, I talked. I said.
Oh, I was just gonna say he can stay, he can go. I'm not. I love him. He can stay as long as he wants, but if he wants to go, also let that old man go. Live his life.
Yeah, for sure. And no one's gonna hold him hostage for sure. Oh, go ahead, Charlie.
I just want to ask Saul this question because I know we're about to run short on time. How do you feel about the derby? Do you think Donnarumma has to start, or would you pick Trafford?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'd start Trafford, especially if they got that England call up. I think Donnarumma needs a week, maybe two. He'll probably be the starter by the end of the season, but I think you ride Trafford as long as you can. See what we can get out of him. I do think the competition will be good for him. I do see Donnarumma starting for us, probably Champions League, maybe the Cup. That'll be an interesting dynamic, though. I know Pep hates his small or big squad sizes, so it'll be interesting to see how he rotates, especially with all the injuries.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I'm with him.
I don't know if we talked about this. I've been talking in so many different places. I don't know where I said this, but to me, it's hard to think any keeper.
Same.
What's that?
Fame.
No,
Right?
not even that. No, I'm just saying, you say stuff so you don't know where you said it. Like, no keeper, in my mind at least, maybe I'm wrong, but it would be hard for me to imagine a keeper rock up on Thursday for his very first training session and then step right into a Pep Guardiola team that's going to be playing out of the back, and you've not done anything with how our build-up patterns are. Unless you tell me that every club in the world builds up the same, so you just plug and play, I think it's hard to expect him to come in and do well. And if he comes in and he flops, then that's even worse. Yeah. I think you have to ride Trafford for this match, and then YouTube Terry, whatever, man. You have to ride Trafford for this match, and then you throw Donnarumma in for Champions League, and then you let him go from there.
Yeah, I take Donnarumma at Arsenal for sure. Like, I think next week we see him at Arsenal.
Yeah, that could be the time. Maybe some of the Champions League matches. So he'll definitely start by the end of the season.
Sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let's go. All right, brother. Always good chatting with you. We'll see
you guys
in like a month.
The only show we can talk Pony Express and then sanctions and then Donnarumma. So
that's what we do, baby. We move. We're nimble.
And we got the range.
Don't forget
in a couple weeks.
Don't forget about that part.
And we're gonna see you in, was it 2 weeks? No, wait. We got South Florida, then Florida, so 3 weeks. Then you guys.
Yeah, 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Yeah.
I can't wait for that. Yeah,
which one?
It's gonna be good.
All of them should be good, but
no, that one y'all two playing. Like, that's my birthday weekend, October 4th. I can't wait.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a top 10 matchup. Hopefully, that'd be good.
I hope so.
One of y'all, if y'all don't choke, y'all good for that. So hopefully nobody chokes before then.
Oh my goodness! All right, see you, brother.
Thank you, guys. Check out bitterandblue.com. Thank you.
Blue. Yeah, Bitter Blue. Check it out. Perfect. All right. Next guest, first time on. Very excited to chat some football with him. Shady Gang, give it up for Alex Campbell. Hit the button. Let's go. How's it going,
guys?
Yes.
Hey, what's going on with you, man?
Not a whole lot. Just having fun listening to the Chelsea Chargers talk, and I appreciate the very sober analysis of, again, is it obviously was Abramovich skirting all the rules for 25 years? Yeah, I think that doesn't surprise anybody. But yeah, it's a weird situation where it's like, well, we want to punish the club, but current ownership wasn't here for this. Current sporting management wasn't here for this. And none of the players were here for this. So it's like, yeah, it's to your guys' point, it is very convenient that there's just this nice little pile of $3 to $4 billion sitting in some English bank somewhere that they can just go tap into and take some money out. I mean, somewhere in there, Roman sold his yacht to Bezos, so I think he's probably doing just fine in terms of his bank account these days. He won't miss it.
Oh man. So let's see.
Can we hop into the WSL stuff?
Yeah, let's do it because
I mean, like, how do you feel like taking an American, another one? Like, how does that feel for you? Are you happy about it? Like, do you love your country? Like, what is going on?
They're doing that because they've got some injury issues. Girl Wrighton has had some trouble staying fit, year older. This is also just Agent Emma Hayes at work again, which is what was going on with Naomi Girma. I think that's 100% what's going on here. It's like, hey, there's been some recognition for Alyssa Thompson with Swanson, Rodman, and Wilson all missing time, that like she's kind of the next one up and is going to probably be asked to play a lot of minutes. And, this opportunity comes up and she was probably encouraged to take it. The other thing that I'm sure was encouraging is the paycheck that's coming with this, because it's going to be definitely a pay increase for her. Kind of sucks for the NWSL that you've got a player who, LA had made it pretty clear, Angel City, I should say, that they were going to build around her. She's the heir to Christian Press, face of the franchise. Her sister's on the team, all that stuff. And so for her to choose to leave says something about whatever the vibe is right now at Angel City. The other tampering thing that's going on here is Alexis Ohanian, Serena Williams' husband, Reddit founder guy, who's one of the primary board members at Angel City. Also recently, when Chelsea, of course, sold the women's team to themselves and set it up as a new company, one of the people appointed to that new board was Alexis Ohanian. So you could argue that he also just sold a player to himself. The downside for me from a Chelsea perspective is like we have too many attackers, and that's already a problem. Like, Emma Hayes rolls out this lineup against Manchester City that had none of Catarina Macario, Sam Kerr, or an injured Maya Ramirez in it. It's like, well, you already had too many strikers and you're playing none of them. But Sonia Bonpastor has made it her recent mission to just annoy Chelsea fans while also shutting us up because she keeps winning games. So yeah, I mean, again, Alyssa Thompson's a good player. No offense to the WSL, but especially the bottom half of the league, she's gonna just burn the fullbacks there. I mean, they're just not gonna keep up with her. I don't know if that's good for her developing her game when she's just gonna literally be able to hit sprint and just run past everybody, and not really have to maybe dribble through or work as hard off the ball. When her raw speed's going to carry her pretty far. But no, I mean, again, I'm a U.S. Women's National Team fan. I'm a Chelsea fan, and so more women's national team players on Chelsea. In the end of the day, I can't be mad about it.
So is one of the things, like, because we talk about this on the 12 a lot, is and Mark always gets infuriated at the fact that he refuses to place Sandy Baltimore as a winger. Is that something that like chaps your ass or grinds your gears? Because just watching it, like, as often as it happens, it's like, why are we doing this? And like, I get that Neem Charles was hurt for a significant part of last season, but that doesn't make any sense to me.
So it didn't make any sense to me either. But then again, this is a Sonia thing. It's like, I hate the decisions you're making, and then we win every game. So like, I can't really be that mad about it. The other thing it was doing is it covers for the fact that I don't know if she feels compelled to start her or what the situation is, but Lucy Bronze can't move anymore. I mean, literally at the moment, because her leg is in several pieces. So what that was doing is it allowed Chelsea to get into the 3-2-5 that is all the vogue everywhere at the top level of European football now, with Bronze staying home for the most part and, kind of being more of a against the better teams, being a more stay-at-home player who doesn't have the legs to get back. And so you just got Sandy Baltimore bombing up the wing. No, I mean, she's obviously would be better suited as a winger, but also Chelsea, the last couple of seasons, I mean, I'm not really sure what Aggie Beaver-Jones is going to be long-term, if she's a winger, if she's a 9, but Chelsea's wingers have been a lot of these very kind of dribbly, drift inside types, Guro Wrighton and Lauren James were the type of players you'd see in the nominal wing positions a lot last season, and those are not boots on the chalk, going to run past you players. And so there is that lane on the outside for players like Bronze, or in this case Baltimore, to play there. Of course, we saw in the City game Chelsea played a back 3, which is something that they haven't really done a lot. That's kind of new.
Hines had no clue. He had no clue. That's why Yamashita went down on the 12th minute, because he had no fucking clue when he's through Carpenter and Baltimore as wingbacks.
Yeah, because I mean, at that point, again, this kind of gets to the Thompson point. Sonia just said we'll defend with 3. And we'll just have the pace at wingback provide all the width. And again, if you can get away with this kind of system where you've got speed to burn at wingback, yeah, you could just have your center backs be that base of 3 in possession. You should note that Naomi Gurma does not play in this game. She's got a slight knock, so that back 3 is going to get better. Because I mean, as much of a Chelsea legend as she is, Millie Bright can get caught on the ball a bit, as she's not particularly quick anymore. Yeah, and then it's going to be a question of, okay, who plays ahead of them? Because you've got James currently recovering from an injury, although I think that just might be genetic in that family, that they are all made of glass, because her brother has the exact same problem. Yeah. And then, like, I don't know, like, I'm scared that, like, Sony is going to turn Kat Macario into a 6 because Chelsea don't have any, and they have too many strikers. Might be good for the national team because we also there have that problem of too many 10s and attackers and not enough places on the field to put them. But yeah, my assumption with Chelsea this year is Sony's going to annoy us to no end for the next several months as she tries out several different things in the WSL, which no matter what they try, it'll work fine. And then by the spring, when either if the WSL is in the balance or we get to like the quarterfinal stage of the Champions League, then I don't think we're going to know until then what her preferred group is, especially if this team stays remotely healthy. I did find it interesting though on the Man City side. Would love to hear your guys' take. Bunny Shaw and Miedema both start that game. And on paper, it's like, oh yeah, that's really cool. Get your two forwards out there. But it felt like they just kept occupying those same spaces, and Miedema dropping as a 10 isn't really her game either. It just felt like it just didn't make a whole lot of sense. And that the 4-4-2 that they just kind of threw out there, I don't know. I didn't find anything particularly inspiring about it. And Chelsea obviously didn't find anything too tough about it either.
I think that match, what you didn't see was you didn't have Caroline on the pitch. Like, I think that lineup gets upgraded once Caroline's on the wing instead of Lily Murphy. Hope she gets better soon, of course. But like, you just need that talent upgrade, just in that threat. When you have her on one side and him on the other, now I think Viv and Bunny become so much more, unstoppable because you can't double both of them, right? Like your defense is at a peril. So hopefully the next time we see you all, we're healthy. But yeah, it didn't look good in that match for sure.
No, not at all.
Well, I also
right. And again, this is the thing about the WSL that 80% of the games for a team like City, like you can work on it. Defensively, Chelsea are maybe the best team in the league, or they're among the best 2 or 3. So again, it's the first week of the season, so you can only draw so many conclusions from all of that. Maybe you guys covered this already tonight. You were talking about Guardiola on the men's side. Are we thinking this is just a bumpy start, or are you guys concerned that you have a bunch of nice pieces but that don't fit together situation there? Or is this one of those things where by Christmas Pep will have picked his 14 dudes, he's going to all play tons of minutes and it'll be fine?
Tom?
I think that we've talked a lot about like just not having the correct amount of pace on the back line. And I think that starting Stones and Diaz sounds great in theory, but like you have to start Nunes to have some amount of pace. And like if Vardiol is healthy, like maybe start him at left back. I know that it's not his preferred position, but if you are going to have Stones and Diaz on the field together, you have to have that amount of pace. So I'm not going to panic until like I see that and it goes the same way, if that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. It's again, I think your guys' point about the fear of a Ferguson situation was well taken. That what does this look like without Pep? I'll be honest, the goalkeeping situation is just baffling to me. A team that Pep's entire thing for the last 15 years has been the keeper needs to be able to play with his feet, and now you guys have 2 keepers who can't play with their feet. And
whoa,
actually,
he just won a Champions League. Like, Tara, go ahead. He literally just won a Champions League playing out the back. I'm just saying, like, we saw him play with his feet. Nobody's Ederson, but it doesn't mean that he's like, I don't know, pick your 90s keeper. Like, it's somewhere in the middle, right?
He's not being impressed though on a week-to-week basis either. I mean, PSG, this is the tough thing to assess them in general. Is obviously they were the best team in the world last year. There's no question about that. But they just, we only see them play in the new Champions League format. And helps with this a little bit, but they play 8 to 10 games a year that you can really judge anything off of them, because again, it's kind of like City or Chelsea in the WSL. It's like you can't really take much data out of a lot of what they're doing. I think the other thing that
Lyonnais in Premier League for the women.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, I mean, Donnarumma is such a good shot stopper, and you've got players out there who are so good on the ball that, like, I'm sure they'll make it work. It's just it's an unpep thing to do to just say, hey, this big name is floating out there, and we're just gonna this big name is out there and wants to come play for us. So okay, I guess
we've been flirting with Donnarumma for a while.
Yeah. Supposedly, Pep has wanted him even going back to before we got Ederson. So, you know, I think the quote that I heard was something to the effect of, you know, you just have to have a certain level of ability with your feet, and he more than fits that. You don't have to be Ederson, because again, in my opinion, Ederson was the best keeper in the world with his feet. Yeah. So you're never going to, well, not to say never, but it's going to be hard to get that level of talent with your feet. But if you can hit this level, whatever that level is, then you'll be fine. I do think, you know, maybe I just feel differently because he's an academy kid, but it's hard for me to think that James Trafford, growing up in this system, playing this way as an academy player, only really leaving to go find game time, to think that he couldn't do this. This is how he was trained. He's not Joe Hart, right? Who was Pep comes in and like, I just can't do that. All right, let's see. You know, you go do your thing, man. But so I think Trafford can do that as well. But the reality is, so I think this is my opinion, right? I think that Trafford was preparing to be the number one keeper next year. He wasn't going to be the number one this year. It was going to be Ederson. And then there was going to be a swap, and you know, Ederson was going to leave next year. Trafford was going to be the number one. The reality is, Ederson decides he wants to go, fine, whatever. But you have the ability to bring in one of the world's best keepers. It's an instant upgrade of that position, even if I personally would have liked to see what Trafford could do. But I got to be honest and say Donnarumma is a instant upgrade of that position. And if we're trying to be better and we're trying to improve our team across the pitch, that's one of those places you can look at and be like, yeah, he's just an instant upgrade. And so,
hey, I'd gladly take James Trafford at Stamford Bridge right now, because I can't believe I have to watch another season of Bob Sanchez.
Yeah, doing
whatever Bob Sanchez does.
I think Trafford is going to be a really good keeper. Yes. The question is there any reason for him to stay once, assuming Donnarumma comes in and Donnarumma wins whatever type of keeper competition there is? At that point, does Trafford say, okay, I have to go, because the whole point was I wanted first team minutes. I wanted to be the number one keeper. That's why I got that number on the back of my shirt. Yeah. You know, and he's not, if Donnarumma comes in and wins it, like I suspect he will, it's just not going to happen. And then he's going to have to choose, how long do I stay? And does staying and only playing cup competitions, is that enough for his national team aspirations?
I enjoyed someone in the chat asking if Ortega is now Scott Carson. No, that would be Marcus Bettinelli, who who just moved from Chelsea to City to do the exact same thing. No, if I'm Ortega, I'm wondering how the heck I'm still here, because he was never going to win the job. But
because Bettinelli supposedly was hurt. So, you know, we needed a third keeper.
You need
in January. Guy. In January, he'll be gone. I'm 100% certain of that.
Yeah, by Ortega, you'll be somewhere in America. The balloons were necessary. But I was like, bye. Like, you know, he's gonna get his move. Yeah, and I think it works out. But I got a question for you, Alex, before we get out of here soon. Do you think your men's side is prepped to make a real title run, or is your goal like we just want to be top 4 again?
I mean, if they stay healthy, I think they're capable of it. This is also, as I'm sure you guys would agree, can Liverpool play any defense? Because if Liverpool's defense is like even just mediocre, I think they win the title by just pummeling everybody. So no, I think right now, you know, we've already seen, you know, Palmer's out. We've already seen guys pick up knocks. I blame most of that on them not getting a summer break. So no, I think, you know, if we get to, you know, the turn of the year and Chelsea are sitting within 5 points of top of the table, okay, cool. We can think about that. But no, I think right now it's, I think there's a pretty clear 4 best teams in the league right now. And I think right now it's try to be solid there. And we know that this current Chelsea team is a better cup team than they are a league team. So I think what I think the target should be this season is be in the top 4 again, secure your Champions League spot for next season, and give it a go in the Champions League knockout stages. I think if Chelsea finish 4th in the Prem and make the quarterfinals of the Champions League, I think I'd be pretty satisfied with that as a season.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
So you put Chicago stuff on your.
Hey, if we had time, again, I know you guys are busy.
Are you from Chicago?
I am.
Okay.
Well, not born and raised in the suburbs. Lived in the city for about 8 years now. So
I'm going to combine these 2 topics. Stars playing at Northwestern starting next season.
Yep.
Fire have a new stadium coming in 2028. In that new 78 neighborhood, whatever. Any chance we see them both playing at that new stadium in 2028? I know they're the Stars in 2026 at Northwestern, but it's even closer downtown.
Any chance? Yes. As of right now, it doesn't look like it.
What would you prefer?
Oh, I think the Stars need to change what they're focused on and accept being a tenant. Rather, they seem really intent on having their own stadium, and they've talked a good game about if there's public money made available for stadiums, women's sports need to be included in that. And I agree with that sentiment. The problem is no public money is being made available for anybody's stadiums right now around here, and so they're moving to Northwestern, and they're still going to be training at Bridgeview, which the Fire's priority was to get out of there because it's just not a good facility. It's not up to league standards anymore. So if I'm the Stars, my next focus is I need to find a patch of land to build a training center. Because the fact that they're going to ask the players to be in Bridgeview for their 9 to 5 effectively, and then in Evanston on the weekends, that's insane. So I mean, I really, as a soccer fan, I hope logic prevails here, and that eventually the Stars realize that not being interested in sharing with the Fire is stupid. Because there were initial conversations had, and the Stars told the Fire they weren't interested.
I didn't know that. That's ridiculous.
It's ludicrous. It makes no sense at all. I mean, several things about the way that team has been run over the past couple of years don't make much sense. But no, I think what I hope happens is that they kind of come crawling back, and the Fire say, we think the facilities can handle it. We have the room, and we'll take the rent money, so to speak. But you also have a situation where the Fire aren't going to be in debt to anybody. Like, it's not like they're going to have some loan there. I mean, not some, they're not going to have any creditors to pay off. And it's not like, another team coming in and saying, hey, we'll give you a couple $1 million a year as rent is going to mean much to the Fire from a financial perspective. So, yeah, I don't know. Because the Stars need somewhere else to play, and it would make a whole lot more sense if everybody could be on the same page, and this Northwestern thing could get locked in for 2 years, and then in 2028 everybody moves. Because SeatGeek is now the stadium the Fire originally built out in Bridgeview that the Stars play in. The future of it's unknown. The Fire's lease is up there at the end of the year. The Fire still use it a couple of games a season right now because they run into schedule problems with the Bears. Sure. But I mean, that's if you've got to avoid that for 2 years, I'm sure that's doable. So no, I mean, right now it doesn't look like that's going to happen, and it'd be really silly if it doesn't, because that stadium is going to be a godsend for the Fire. It's in a great location. It's smaller than I'd like, but at the planned size, it should be full every night.
Yeah, it's only just a little bit bigger than Bridgeview.
Yeah,
I think it's 20 versus 22.
Yeah, 22. But I mean, it's more enclosed. It's, again, I think it's going to be awesome. It's just, it would be really cool if both teams were there, and that it could be this collective just boost for Chicago soccer, because the future of the Stars right now, even though they've got this Northwestern situation handled, it feels kind of rudderless, and it's disappointing because the potential there is so high. And this was a team that, even though things were rotten behind the scenes, on the field, this is a team that was putting out a great a great team 6-7 years ago. And it's, Chicago's a build it and they will come city. Like if any team in this town is good, they'll get support. And so it would just be really nice to see, we've got the Fire headed in the right direction. But the Stars right now don't seem to have much of any direction. And that's just frustrating. Well, somebody made the Soccer Data comment. There it is. Yep. Yeah, that is correct. Yes.
Please plug yourself. Let people know where they can find you and the things that you do.
I'm at Campbell Sports on pretty much all the socials, so you can go ahead and follow me there. The podcasts are CHGO Fire and CHGO Stars, covering the teams respectively. So you can go give those a subscribe and a review. That is always appreciated. And yeah, this was fun. I know we first exchanged some DMs a while ago about me hopping on here at some point. So glad we made it happen. Thanks for having me, and hopefully we can do it again sometime.
Of course. Appreciate you. You have a
Thanks so much for coming out, bro.
Yeah. You guys have a good one.
You too.
Cheers.
If we would have had more time, I was going to ask him about tell me about the Sky, because I don't know how much longer old girl going to be there. Angel Reese.
Oh yeah, no, she's definitely.
Oh, we get a WNBA with Alex, the other Alex coming up.
Oh, there we go.
Boom, transition. Look at us.
Speaking of,
look at this.
Hello. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome back.
Hey guys. Yeah, that's great. I heard WNBA, my ears perked up immediately.
All right.
Great to be back.
So let's talk about
so I was asking the question. So our last guest was from Chicago. I apologize. I don't know where you're from. I know we've had you on before. I just don't remember where you're from. But Miami. Oh,
yeah.
I should put my chain back on. But I was talking about Angel Reese. What are your thoughts on her situation in Chicago? Obviously, there's the drama with the back office, front office, whatever you want to call them. And do we see her leaving? Maybe being pushed out or choosing to go. I know she's got a contract, I think, through next year at least, but
yeah, her rookie contract. Yeah, it's a difficult situation. Well, first of all, the Sky, they're not a really well-ran organization. Several players have complained about it and they've left because they're not really good at the moment, and that's a whole nother story that we could maybe get into. But with Angel, I think she's realistically the best player on the team. And a couple of days ago, she had this interview with a local Chicago paper talking about how, the season for them was unacceptable, and it was. They didn't play good basketball despite Angel having pretty historic numbers. Angel just said, we got to do better as a team, as a collective, and her teammates need to do better. And then that singular article kind of waterfalled into this mess of teammates getting a little disgruntled and upset about it, and then it ended up, it's just a whole mess, honestly. It ended up teammates weren't happy, and then they had to have an internal conversation with Angel, and then she got benched for half a quarter, which ultimately didn't matter because she didn't play the entire game. I think it was against the Aces. But yeah, with Angel, I think it's I don't want to predict anything, but if I just have an inkling that she probably won't play for the Sky next season, just based on how everything is going, honestly.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah. It's trending that way.
Yeah, there's a lot of trade talks going on. Because everything in the W is changing this offseason.
Yeah, there's a CBA
free agent,
right? Free agency.
So if she could get traded for some picks, you got 2 expansion teams coming.
Yeah.
You got, maybe she can go with Paige in Dallas, or go out to Portland, whatever. It's just, I hope she gets out of there, because Deladon left, Sylvia Fowles left, Candace Parker.
I'll say Candace.
Yeah, they don't stay because that organization is terrible. They just are getting the practice facility, all that stuff, and it's delayed to next year. She deserves better. And I think when you've been a winner your whole career, you don't want to be a loser. You're like, wait, this isn't what I'm used to. And you all made terrible signings. Objectively, they chose Courtney Vandersloot, who is a team legend, but also just very old. You traded away the pick now.
Yeah,
tore ACL. Not her fault, but she was always old to start off with. She they trade away a pick for Ariel Atkins or whatever the pick, however it happened. They don't have a top 3 pick now. It's going to, I think, what, Seattle or
I
like
think the Lynx.
the Lynx,
Minnesota.
which is crazy that the Lynx is going to get a top 3 pick. So
Yeah,
it's just
it's
like,
not.
yeah, your management sucks. I want to get out of here.
So
and she should.
I'm a big fan of Magic Johnson, right? And I know the history of him coming into the league as a rookie, you know, struggling, like you said, going from being a winner, serial winner, to losing games, bumping heads with the coach, expressing himself, and then the ownership having to make a decision between your star and potential all-world player and your coaching staff. They chose Magic Johnson. I believe they chose correctly. They let whatever the coach, Paul Westhead, Westfall let him go, and then they you know, the rest is history. If I'm ownership, I'm rocking with Angel. She's special, and you know, maybe she's not scoring like Asia or doing all these, but she's got a skill set that is special. I can find another coach. You can't necessarily always find another Angel. And then again, you have to determine, can her and Camila Cardoso, can they truly play together in that same front court? I think they can, and I think you just got to find a coach that'll make it work. But for me, I'm throwing all the money in the world at Dawn Staley, and like, just tell me how big a check to write, and just come coach my team. That's what I'm trying to do. She may not go for it, but
she might go for it if the money's right.
Didn't the Knicks interview her though? Like, I think she mentioned the Knicks were after her, and
the Knicks, yeah,
that would have been interesting.
Yeah, they weren't all in on it. Obviously, they went elsewhere, but yeah, they were interested. Everybody would have loved. Well, I would love to see Dawn Staley in the NBA, but I'm not sure if I want to see it at the Knicks, just because it's so insane there.
Her thing was, it's the Knicks. It's a
yes,
you know,
exactly right.
Iconic. Yeah. Regardless if you like them or don't, they're iconic.
No, that'd be dope.
Square Garden, you know, it's kind of like,
yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, you kind of gotta at least take the job interview at least. So
yeah. I see you have Serie A on there. So that intrigued me. We don't really have many people who talk Serie A on here. We have the homie Sal, so shout out to him. But yeah, I really feel like that's about it. I guess, what about Serie A? Like, do you have a club? Do you just enjoy the league? Why do you enjoy the league? Like, let's big up some Italian football right now.
Yeah, no, I've been watching Serie A for a couple years now. I think since Lukaku was at Inter, he was followed him at Everton, then he went over to Inter, or a bunch of clubs in between. Then he eventually made his way into Inter, and then I followed him there, and then I kind of got stuck on the team ever since, and I've still been watching them. And it's a great league. I think with the Premier League and the money in that league, it does get a little, I don't want to say like muddled, but the money, they just throw money at a lot of problems, and sometimes you want to see teams get creative with their rosters and how they acquire players. And with Serie A, they're not breaking the transfer record. They're being really smart about it, and particularly with Inter Milan, they've got a lot of Italian players who rose up through the ranks with Nico Barella, Bastoni, Federico Di Marco, and they're just really great players who are top players for the national team as well. So. Watching that brand of soccer in Italy is a slower pace, probably a little bit more technical, but it's so fun. And seeing Inter get to the Champions League that final, where they got crushed, which is horrible as a fan. But seeing them get to the Champions League final twice in 3 years, I think it's really impressive for the league, and I think more people would enjoy watching Italian soccer if they really got into it. It's a great league, honestly.
I naturally appreciate them. They brought us Vanders, and it's definitely a league that I try to pay more and more attention to. There are always players that they don't get so much attention, so I'm trying to figure out who to watch and pick a club. And the easiest is Napoli because KDB has gone there, and I'm just going from there. City own. Do City own Italian? Oh yeah, Palermo, but that's second division. So it's like, yeah. But I guess, is there a club that you enjoy the most in Serie A, or are you just there for the goal? Oh no, you said.
Yeah, Inter Milan. Yeah, but like you said, it's Napoli looked really scary this year too with De Bruyne, McTominay of all players. Honestly, he was never a bad player at like United, but I think he's probably
so great in Italy.
Yeah, he's great with Napoli, which is scary as an Inter fan. But yeah, it's a great league, and Napoli looked like a tough opponent this season.
If I may ask, why Lukaku? Like, is it the Chelsea? Is it the United?
I support everyone black. Period. So.
We're here.
Basically.
Hey, we're here. All that.
That's so real. They ran that man's name through the mud in England.
Literally,
I'm glad he got free. Like, he deserved better and got better.
Okay.
Kind of wild though to think about. Like, he had to go to Italy to get rid of the racism.
Insane. Who would have thought? Also, what is this bond with Antonio Conte? Like, that is his guy. Like, you get Conte and Lukaku together, and they just make magic. It's incredible. And then he got his Belgian brother there. Like, I love that they're doing this for all millennials. It's like KDB and Lukaku are holding it down for us millennials, and I want them to prosper. You know, they deserve.
For sure.
That's hilarious. Okay, let's talk a little MLS. Well, a lot of MLS. Yeah, so I guess, I mean, obviously we can start with Suarez, but I feel like we can just sit on that and let that keep cooking, because the team as a whole, it's this insane project that has, they've gotten away with some things. If you talk to some people, that's what they would say. And like bringing in players and how does all this work salary cap wise. Would you call this whole like messiness a success? Obviously financially, yes. But I mean, on the field, has that whole thing been a success?
Yeah, with Inter Miami, they set off to win trophies and grow the brand, which by that metric they've won Leagues Cup in 2023. They won Supporters Shield last season. This year they had the chance to win another Leagues Cup, but if you watch the final against Seattle, that was a mess. But still they're still high up in contention for MLS Cup. With Messi on the team, I think you're always going to be in contention, but ultimately, Miami want to win MLS Cup, and last season they failed, getting beat by Atlanta in the playoffs, which sucked for them in the city. Really, this year they're probably out of a Supporter Shield contention, but as far as MLS Cup goes, they're gonna try to go for it, but it really just depends on if Javier Mascherano wants to. I guess be a competent coach. I don't know. Like his managerial style is. I don't know. It's like you saw the League Cup final. There's hit and misses with him, but with Messi on the field, I think you still have a winning chance. But ultimately for Miami, they want MLS Cup and to continue to grow the brand. But this year I think it's MLS Cup or bust for them.
And so is that bus like truly blow it all up? Like, it is Messi. How much longer do you expect to see Messi in the MLS?
Well, I do think that he's going to re-sign a contract. Jorge Masi's spoken about it a couple times. They're trying to push him to. I think that there was like one rumor from like Spain where they're pushing him to sign until like 2028, which he'll be like 41 at the end of that, and he'll probably retire before then, which was a crazy contract proposal. I don't know if it was true or not, but I think Jorge Mas, the owner, he and David Beckham, they're pushing to sign him, re-sign him. They already re-signed. They signed Rodrigo De Paul. They re-signed Jordi Alba. Busquets, his future's up in the air. He spoke about it like a month ago during Leagues Cup. He said he's willing to come back so long, like he's, like retirement's not on the court, on the docket for him, and he's willing to resign. So it's just kind of up in the air right now. Yeah, I think for Miami, I lost my train of thought here. My bad. But like, what were we talking about? I literally lost my train of thought.
Oh no, you're fine. Just how long will Messi stay? And
Okay. Yeah, I got on the Busquets conversation because it was really interesting the way he described it. It was just like he was so non-committal. It was very, it was an odd thing. But yeah, for Messi, I think they're pushing to re-sign him. Yeah, I know. Really, I haven't heard anything since then, so it's kind of been dark. And I know Messi, like after the World Cup qualifier against Venezuela, he did mention that he'll see how his body feels in the beginning of 2026, and then he'll make a decision. But yeah, if I was a betting person, I'd say he will resign. But if he doesn't, then obviously retirement for him, and then he has the stake in the team, which will he'll have an ownership in a stake in the team. So. Yeah, that's hopefully for Miami he'll resign. But well, I think them signing Rodrigo de Paul, it's kind of an indicator that they're pushing for Messi to resign. De Paul is that guy who's going to be next to Messi for everything. So yeah, let's see. It's wait and see mode right now for Miami and Messi's renewal.
Really, Messi is going nowhere because of his stake in the club as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just loves the. Well, I mean, there's just so much. I actually pay very little attention to everything. Oh yeah, hey, there we go. Can you talk about the Black Herons?
Oh yeah, the Black Herons United, the supporters group that I'm involved with. Yeah, it's a great supporters group that it's Miami's very Latin heavy. So with Black Herons, it's kind of like the Caribbean and African American sect of the supporters groups. And we do a lot of great work. Obviously since I cover the team, I can't really show fan affiliation, but yes, I'm a part of Black Herons as well. But they do a lot of great work. Just trying to be the inclusive supporters group within the La Familia of it all. Hopefully more people can join up and continue to, spread the word that Black Herons exist and that they're here and they're, welcoming with open arms. And yeah, it's a great group and really cool to be a part of.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Okay. Is there any other thing that you want to discuss? Like I feel like we did a good job at getting anything else, but I feel like there's just like something else. I don't know.
Well, yeah, sure. The WNBA playoffs start this Sunday, which
I was about to ask, who's your finals pick? Who you got? You got Aces, Lynx, or Liberty? Who you got?
Well, I'm biased. I'm a Lynx and Sun fan. We can get into how I got into that if you want. But I'm a Lynx fan. So they're playing right now actually against the Valkyrie, and if they lose this, they'll play the Storm with Skylar Diggins and Gabby Williams in the first round, which is probably not the best matchup for them. So they got to beat the Valkyrie right now, and then they'll comfortably play them in the first round. But yeah, my finals matchup, I don't know. I think the Aces, they look really good. Asia Wilson's literally on her way to winning another MVP, which she should. The Liberty, they've been a little inconsistent, honestly, due to injuries, but they're still a great side. But yeah, if I had to choose, it'll probably be the Aces and I don't want to say the Lynx because I always jinx my teams, but yeah, probably the Lynx will fight to get there, and the Aces.
I hope it's Lynx Aces. That would be a great finals. Now it's a best of 7 for the first time ever, which would be dope.
Yeah.
To really let it the whole series gets to play out. So 3-5-7 will be nice. So yeah, I've been an Aces supporter since COVID, probably since the bubble. I was like, yeah, Asia's her, and I'm excited to see them continue to streak. I mean, they're gonna lose eventually. I just hope it's like it doesn't, not the last game, not the first game in the playoffs.
Right.
They should beat the Sparks tonight. Hopefully, I won't be up to see it, but I hope they take care of business.
Get that 2 seed. Yeah.
Okay. Well, please plug yourself. Let people know where they can find you and the things that you do.
Yeah, you can find me on X, Twitter at AAW_1998, where basically you can find all my work, my writing for Bleacher Report or AM New York. I'm also a full-time college student, so if I'm not tweeting, it's literally because I'm just trying to get my degree. So, but when Inter Miami's playing, like, I'll obviously be updating everyone on it. But yeah, you can find all my stuff on there, and I have a Substack as well where I cover Inter Miami as well at theheronsnest.substack.com.
Where do you go to school?
My local college, FIU. So
FIU. Okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping you were gonna say Miami, but okay.
Nah.
FIU's not a bad second choice.
Like, Miami, like UM is like everyone. Like, there's a lot of people who didn't go to UM but support the football team. I still don't understand that. I don't know. Maybe it's just a Miami thing. But
it's because I mean, they were the whole Catholics versus convicts thing. They were just so big. Then you had like the Luke Skywalkers of the world wearing the UM starter coats. I knew of them before I went to school there, and then they became my team. But they were just always big because of that. But yeah,
All right, we'll definitely have you on soon. You have a good rest of your evening. I was like looking at the time.
Thank you so much, Alex.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See ya.
Thank you so much for stopping through.
Cheers.
Oh man, what a time! Shout out to Saul. Hey, and shout out Florida, Alex, Campbell, Windley, always great. Let's see, who do we have next week? Let's see. We got the homie Boz. I had him on. We had a nice chat on Patreon about his City fan. Yeah, it's gonna be real fun. John Hunt, and then shout out to 50+ donor. We're gonna have B Flem on. But yeah, it's gonna be nice. And then John Hunt, he hasn't been on before. That'll be his first time on. Love it.
Okay.
Still being able to connect with some new people, building, growing. Let's go. All right, show bros. I will see you guys possibly Sunday for the watch along.
I'm there. Can't wait. We need this win. 3 points is a must.
Hey.
I'm actually going to exercise my first season as a member of the official supporters club of the Kansas Cityans, and I will be at Social.
Hey.
That's what's up.
Let's go. Let's go. Gotta make sure you take a picture,
right.
tag us, and all that stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what's up, man.
Shout out to the chat. Everybody, chat, you guys were fantastic. Always appreciate you guys.
Chat, y'all were crushing it.
We'll see you next week for the next Lit stream. If you're a City fan, or a United fan, or just someone who's watching the match, hate watching it, join us for our watch along. But until then, you know the vibes. Shady gang, shady gang, shady gang.